The company accused a janitor of stealing and fired him, but when her son spoke his name, everything changed. It was a rainy Tuesday morning when 7-year-old Liam burst into the polished marble lobby of Ellington Tech, his backpack half-zipped, a sock poking out. His mother, Amanda Taylor, was the company's new regional HR director, having transferred from the Chicago office just 3 weeks ago. She was sharp, composed, and known for her strict professionalism. But that morning, she was juggling a conference call, a late breakfast for Liam, and an umbrella that refused to cooperate. As they entered the building, a gray-haired janitor in a worn blue uniform gently took the umbrella from Amanda's hands and offered Liam a warm smile. "Rain's trying to win today, huh, little man," he said with a chuckle. Liam giggled. "You sound like Mr. Joe from my school in Chicago." The janitor looked surprised but nodded politely. "Maybe we're both just trying to make kids laugh." Amanda barely acknowledged the janitor. She was distracted, already thinking about a policy meeting scheduled in 30 minutes. But something about the man's eyes, tired yet kind, distant yet full of warmth, lingered in her mind for a moment before she moved on. That same afternoon, Amanda was pulled into a meeting by one of the floor managers. A laptop had gone missing from a marketing conference room. Suspicion immediately fell on Samuel, the janitor, real name Samuel Owens. He had been working there for over 12 years, yet few people knew anything about him beyond the fact that he showed up early, left late, and kept to himself. Security footage showed him entering the conference room that morning during his cleaning round. No footage of him exiting with the laptop existed, but none showed anyone else entering either. "It's clear," the facilities head said. "He's the only one with access at that time. We need to take action." Amanda nodded. Company policy was clear. Theft, even suspected. Required termination pending investigation. It felt harsh, but this was corporate procedure. She signed the dismissal letter, albeit with an unusual heaviness in her chest. That evening, as Amanda tucked Liam into bed, he asked something that caught her off guard. "Mom, why did you fire the man who helped me this morning?" She looked at him, confused. "What do you mean?" "The janitor. He helped me zip my bag and gave me that cool blue marble," Liam said, holding it up. "He said he used to give these to my school's janitor when he was little, because he didn't have toys. So now he gives them to kids who look like they need a little magic." Amanda froze. "What did you say his name was?" "Mr. Samuel," Liam said. "But I told him about Mr. Joe at my school, and he said he helped someone named Joey a long time ago, when Joey's mom was really sick." A chill ran down Amanda's spine. "Joey," she whispered. Joey had been her older brother. He died when she was 16. She hadn't heard that name spoken aloud in years. Heart pounding, Amanda rushed to the closet and pulled out an old box filled with childhood mementos. At the bottom was a faded photo of Joey sitting on a hospital bed, holding a blue marble in his hand. Next to him, smiling with a mop in one hand and a goofy paper hat in the other, stood a young janitor, Samuel Owens. Amanda's breath caught. It couldn't be. But it was. In a rush of memory, she remembered it all. Joey had spent months in a pediatric cancer unit. Their mother was overwhelmed, their father long gone. But every day, the janitor named Samuel would show up, not just to clean, but to tell stories, make balloon animals out of gloves, and bring little toys. He brought light into Joey's darkest days. When Joey died, Amanda had blocked most of it out. But now, that same man had been standing in her company's hallway, and she had just signed his dismissal. The next morning, Amanda returned to the office early. She requested every frame of surveillance footage, more than what was first reviewed. And then she found it. At 7:12 a.m., Samuel entered the room. At 7:36 a.m., a marketing executive, on a personal call and not on the cleaning schedule, stepped in, looked around, unplugged the laptop, and tucked it under his coat. He was never seen walking back through the main lobby. He had taken the loading dock exit. Amanda's hands trembled as she held the frame still. Samuel was innocent. By noon, she had reinstated his employment and called him in. He walked in quietly, the fatigue in his eyes heavier than usual. Amanda stood to greet him. "Mr. Owens," she said, her voice soft, cracking slightly, "I owe you the biggest apology of my life." He blinked, confused. "I didn't realize it was you," she continued. "You used to clean the hospital my brother stayed in." Joey Taylor. For a brief moment, something shifted in Samuel's face. His eyes glistened. "You're Amanda," he whispered. "The little girl who used to sit with her brother and draw horses." Amanda nodded, tears forming. "You were his favorite part of the day." She took a deep breath and continued, "You were wrongfully accused. I've corrected everything. And if you'll let me, I'd like to offer you a full reinstatement, a raise, and, more than anything, my thanks." Samuel smiled, his lips quivering. "I don't do it for thanks. I just try to show up where kindness is needed. That's all." Word of what happened spread through the building like wildfire. Employees who had never looked Samuel in the eye before now greeted him warmly. One intern even painted a small mural in the break room titled "The Janitor Who Gave Magic." Weeks later, during the company's annual recognition event, Amanda stepped up to the podium with Liam by her side. She told the story, not just of the laptop, but of the janitor who once saved her brother's spirit with blue marbles and glove balloons. "I want this company," Amanda said, voice unwavering, "to be a place where people like Samuel Owens are not just seen, but celebrated." The crowd erupted in applause as Samuel stepped forward, stunned and humble, to accept a Lifetime Impact Award. As the event ended, Liam tugged on his mom's sleeve. "Can we give Mr. Samuel a marble every year?" he asked. Amanda laughed through her tears. "Yes, sweetheart. We absolutely can." And from that day forward, every new employee at Ellington Tech received a small blue marble with their welcome packet, a symbol of small kindnesses that could change the world. Because in the end, it wasn't a policy, or protocol, or title that made the difference. It was a janitor. And a boy. And the power of one name spoken with love.